set up right. Hopefully it's not too loud. On the APU side, what's going on, guys? For the replay gang, thank you in advance for your continued support. Jenna's loading up comments so she can track and follow along. Yeah, for the replay gang, give us a couple minutes here. We just finished dinner. Lugnut, what's going on? Jason Melton, what's up?
Okay, comments, let me take that out.
Yeah, we are, well, we'll talk about it here.
Rammy's in trouble.
Brent, newcomer afternoon, guys. What's going on? Show me guy. What's up, show me guy? We need another video, dude. Lori S, what's up? We haven't seen a show me guy video in a minute. Country Trucker Brad. We need another video from Country Trucker Brad. Country Trucker Brad, I've told you I cannot wait until October to get here. Yeah, I'm picking up on what you're putting down based on your comments on
yeah, just hang in there,
Discord.
bro. We got
just
you.
hang in there. You got like TNT Part 2 coming up apparently.
Look, you're just going through this really suffering process to make sure you're really going to appreciate what lies ahead for you. So, just testing your dedication to this career path.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not in our Discord, enter our Discord and you can follow Country Trucker Brad's saga.
It's like a daily awesomeness going on with Country Trucker Brad. Like, it's our Discord, but I stay to follow Brad.
By the time the new truck gets here, I will be completely vetted. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man.
That's true. Yeah, so Country Trucker Brad may not be able to take his dog with him for a couple months. But when our truck gets here, his dog has a nice, comfy home on the road. Prime Trucker Rob, I'm late but surely on time. You're not really late. We haven't really got started. I missed your first live, dude.
It was such a bummer.
I don't remember what I was doing.
We were doing something important.
I think I was driving. I was doing a little bit of day driving the last load. I drove from like 3 p.m. and Jenna was starting at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
I think we were rolling out of Laredo.
Jason, Lord, I'm in TNT now, and it seems like I've been all over the East Coast and only for 10,000 miles or 100. Only have been 100 miles.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So for the replay gang, I'll get started with some updates. We're sitting in Pittston. We had to put our truck in the shop for an APU PM today. They didn't have an appointment until 10 o'clock this morning. We got here last night, but our APU was only 30 hours from its PM, and if something were to happen to it over that 2,000 hour, not, did I say miles? Hours is what I meant. Over the 2,000 hour mark, and we didn't get a PM, we'd be out of warranty. You know, or they could make claims that our warranty was voided because we didn't get the PM done. Really sucks because we're turning this truck in like 2 or 3 weeks.
I just want to make sure nothing's on fire. Oh, okay. I'll call you back.
Forgot to mention they want me to run Western 11.
It's Panda. I'm like, is something on fire?
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go.
Johnny on the flip side, what's happening, guys? Prime Trucker Rob, what up, Trucker? Brad, Riches River, Smokers, West Virginia. I think I saw you guys northbound 81 in Maryland. Yeah, that would have been Jenna yesterday morning.
Was the truck going really, really slow, Rich? Because if the truck was going slow, that was definitely me driving.
Yesterday morning, she was coming up 81 in Maryland. Yep. So that's extremely possible. Which, by the way, I've said this before, 81 is one of my favorite drives. Now, there's one stretch of it, you guys know the stretch I'm talking about, with all the curves and hills, that I only like during the daytime. And unfortunately, not last night, but the night before, I drove it not only at night, but I drove it in fog and rain. That's frustrating. But if you can do 81 from Knoxville up to all the way up to, heck, you go all the way to Pittston. If you could do most of that drive during the daytime, it's absolutely beautiful. Roads are generally okay, generally smooth. There's some rough spots, but nothing like 70 or down there from Houston, San Antonio, Louisiana, Beaumont.
Hey, Trucker John. 10 count says, got my third PSD student, other two trifected. It's my first female channel.
Brookville, PA.
Female student.
Trucker John, are you at a TA or Flying J?
Ross, no, you're just on your time. You're on Ross time. Ross says also late but always on time. Hey, from Atlanta.
Trucker John, there is a Taco Bell at that TA. I'm very familiar with that Taco Bell. You know what I hate about that TA in Brookville is that there's no room to pull out from the fuel islands and sit there. Like when you're done fueling, you gotta go. There's no room in front of those fuel islands.
Never on time, but always early.
TA, okay, so yeah, you're at that TA. That TA also has a really good grassy area up by the front that we can take Remy to play BALL. Taking questions from your subs to ask Mr. Lowe. No, I'm not. Here's the reason I'm not. It is not my intention, and it is not the appropriate format to ambush him with things that we all complain about. And I've already gotten several text messages saying, "Hey, you need to tell him to tell Sells to get his shit together." And it's like, no.
That's not what this is about at all.
No, I'm not. It's not going to be some boring corporate interview. Please don't think that. I've got my own angle to go at it, you guys. I used to do a lot of this as a profession. Not me sitting in front of the camera, but I've written many interviews. Both of us come from a journalism background. We worked in journalism together when we met. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm not going to ambush him with... Now, there's a couple things I may ask him off camera, but I also don't want him to think that I'm trying to take advantage of his time. They've been very good. He doesn't normally do this kind of thing, you guys. So they've been very good to us with his time, and letting us have a good chunk of it, you know. And I'm more interested in things like the transition from him being a hog farmer to becoming a trucking company. I know there's videos out there about some of this, but that transition, and then where we are today, the innovation, how is Prime leads in innovation. A lot of things that Prime does, other companies copy after, you know, and they take risk that not many in the industry takes. Like I want to, you know, it'll be interesting, but I'm not saying 10 count that you would ask this kind of question, but I promise you, if I said, "Hey guys, submit questions you'd like me to ask Rob Lowe," 2/3 of it would be, I don't have time to even.
So JDQ Transport, that's Jacob that's going from flatbed to reefer. So he says that he's just starting up his channel thing.
Nice.
Remember, he's going to do the videos. So that's who that is.
Trucker John, we got Pizza Hut. Okay.
And then, yeah, Show Me Guy says, yeah, that not the right setting. And then Lognut says, in other words, it's not a PR stunt. Exactly. Exactly. It's not a PR stunt. It's like sit down and actually talk to the man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it feel corporate at all. It's a conversation that I would want to have with Rob Lowe about my curiosity of how the hell he built a company that does hundreds of millions of dollars a month. Did you guys hear last Friday that they said we were paid, they billed customers for $500,000 in detention last week?
Just detention.
It's $2 million a month in detention.
Jacob says first video will most likely be out tonight. That's awesome. Make sure to drop it on our Discord.
Yeah,
so we can all
JDQ,
go
definitely. I saw your comment over on the OTR crew channel. Yeah, drop it on our Discord, and I'm really looking forward to it.
DEAX10 says, do you know how the flatbed inventory is looking? Do you know how know truckers having to wait longer than normal after TNT? We have no idea about the flatbed side. There's a little bit of a wait, you know, that some people are going through to get called in once they're eligible for upgrade. Like normally they'll have you stay out on the road with your trainer and they'll call you in once they're ready to have you come in to do your classes and get your truck. There's always some sort of delay going on. Nothing crazy right now that we've heard lately, but on the inventory on flatbed, we honestly don't know, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. 10 count. Am I going to wear a tie to the interview? No, I'm going to look exactly as I look right now. All of my suits and ties are in a storage unit in Texas.
So to Raven Trucker, that's Carrie. Hey Carrie, awesome to have you on here. She says, finally have my name for my channel. Stacy has her channel as well. Haven't uploaded any videos yet. We're really looking forward to when you
this is exciting, man. This is exciting.
Really exciting.
I love, so Carrie and Stacy are a referral.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, thank you for using our referral code. But I love it when future drivers reach out to us and we talk to them like 2 months before they come to Prime, and then get to watch their journey, especially when they get on YouTube. You know, really cool stuff. So Stacy is actually got a trainer yesterday.
Hey Graboid, Lugnut says one of those spinning bow ties.
One that squirts water, a flower that squirts water. Is
Yeah.
Nomadic bread.
Oh my gosh.
Graboid, what's up?
What about one of the t-shirts that looks like a tuxedo? Is that like the t-shirt with the tuxedo print? Is that formal enough?
No. Okay, I got Johnny on the flip side. I'm talking to you guys 3 years before I get to Prime. Are you really that 3 years
That's
out?
Awesome.
It's funny. So I'm going to say something that may be a little controversial.
Oh God.
And it's possible that someone who's watching this has this situation. So while this is going to sound like a blanketed statement, and it somewhat is, you may have a special circumstance that this does not apply to you, but I am going to make a blanketed statement right now. If the fins on the back of your sleeper are bent in, I don't trust you. I'm just saying, if you jackknife your truck trying to make a U-turn in a shipper or receiver and bend the shit out of your fins on the fairings or whatever the hell they're called, wings, if they're substantially bent in, I don't trust you. Fairings, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't trust you. When I see a truck with that shit backing next to me, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Because there is, like I said, there may be special circumstances where something like that could have happened to you. And if that's the case, maybe we can work on our trust issues together. But you should never, ever jackknife and break your damn fairings on the back of your sleeper. And don't tell me it was dark. I drive only at night. Well, primarily at night. I'm in shippers and receivers at night. Jenna will tell you, I've had to turn this truck around
Oh yeah.
in a cul-de-sac
Yeah.
where the rubber on that fairing back there is like this from the truck.
Yeah.
But it never touched the
So
truck.
it's a very specific location that, and the worst part is we've gone down that wrong.
Same
that
damn thing
wrong-
before.
Like, so, okay, a little bit more insight on Eric's personal nightmare. So the first time I drove it down there, because I was the one picking up, and I was like all freaked out. And he had to help me out of that jam and was like, well, let's never forget to go down that way. Or like, let's, forget, never, go that way again.
Yeah.
So when I
did it again.
saw us dispatch that location again, I was like, because I was going to say something. I'm like,
No, that wasn't
he's,
Boston.
He's not going to forget. There's no way. This is in Georgia.
Yeah, outside Atlanta.
And I won't say the place that it is, but I'll say that it's next to the distribution center for PetSmart. When you see PetSmart, make that left. Do not turn before you see PetSmart on the building.
Yeah.
We made the first left, which brings you down a cul-de-sac. So I didn't say anything because I'm like, I don't want to be like the nagging,
And it's not one of these
Don't mess it
cul-de-sacs that are made for trucks. It's not made for trucks.
It is not. And so I woke up just because I hear like the Tourette's, like from A Christmas Story, like when it mumbles out the swear words on the movie Christmas Story. I hear that going on up front, and I sit up and I'm like,
Now,
this does
I
not
will
look
say,
like
you
where we
can't.
should be.
I could not completely jackknife make a turnaround. I actually had Austin's powers back and forth. So I had a flashlight out the window because it was pitch black, and I got out and looked probably 7 times.
I did offer to get out and look, but in that particular scenario, it was best for me to just shut the F up and
Just
stay
let me
out of the
operate.
way.
Just let me
Yeah.
operate. And I had to move the axles too to get out of it. So I had to move the axles. I had to get out and look probably 7 times. I had to shimmy back and forth for a good 5 minutes to get out of this cul-de-sac in the pitch black, but I never hit the damn fairings. And we've seen a couple trucks. There's one, oh well.
And before anybody
We've seen a
asks
couple
why
trucks.
he didn't just back down the street, that's mission impossible because
There's other
other
trucks.
trucks had bonus parked on the street.
Yeah, they parked on both sides. So it wasn't. But we've seen several trucks today where it's like, oh my God, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's either that you jackknifed too much and you bent them in or broke them, or you ran up underneath the trailer
And broke them.
and ran them up against, smashed them against the trailer. And I know mistakes happen, and I know mistakes happen. I just don't trust you. Boston, no, show me guy. Boston, we had to blindside into a hotel parking lot.
It was terrifying. I grabbed my little safety jacket. Oh, you can't see because the curtain.
And it was very high traffic in the city of Boston.
So time it just right when the light turned red over
Yeah.
here and the light turned red over here. Go team, go! Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, blindside into a hotel, and there was this big brick sign on the blind side.
It was one of our sketchiest moments in trucking.
Not ideal. Speed kills, especially in reverse. Seeing my trainer make a turn, I thought wasn't possible. He didn't hit those. Yeah, you can, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can make a substantial turn without hitting those. So I don't understand what it is. I don't know. We've been in some super tight lots and super tight situations, and how you would hit that thing that hard to like bend it all the way in, I just don't get it. Let's see. DEA, what can you tell me about bank financing your lease purchase truck? Do they sell it to you at a fair market price? Yeah, so I'm actually going to do a video about this after we get our truck. I'll tell you that if you buy a truck from a dealership, it ends up being right about the same as what your total price is going to be with lease purchase. I've seen several calculations on this now, and basically people who say that they can get it cheaper at dealerships, they're telling you what the price they see on the sticker is. They're not including the dealership fees, all the finance fees, the interest. They're not including all of that. By the time you would purchase and pay off a truck that you buy from the dealership, it's roughly right about the same that you're going to pay with lease purchasing a truck. Man, he's so close to that other truck over there. This is clearly a student, I believe. Anyway, it's going to be pretty close to the same. So if anyone tells you that you're paying substantially more by lease purchasing at Prime, that is not true. And also, before this, I looked into what bank financing looks like, and it's ugly. I mean, because Pedigree has a couple. I talked to Tony a long time ago, like 6 months ago. Was just asking some questions on this. With decent to good credit, we were looking at like $40,000 down. Unless you've got like 5 or 10 years of trucking business background, which I don't have. And even then, the down payment is substantially higher than what you pay through lease purchase. So it's not a bad deal. You're not getting ripped off. There's not some crook stuff happening.
So while you're taking a pause right there, hi Elizabeth, and then so Show Me Guy says we should make a video on our sketchiest moments.
Our sketchiest moments?
A review of sketchiest moments in trucking.
I don't know about that.
Okay, here's the thing with that. We'll go ahead and do that when we retire from trucking.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and talk about some of the sketchiest moments. Because we don't want to say anything that's going to get us called into a meeting with safety.
We're not saying we've done anything that would require that either.
We just don't want to start something that's like, okay, let's not start this trend on YouTube. Like,
sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes it's survival.
It's Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club.
First rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club.
Podcast with this guy trucks, or is Driver Hub strictly for? Well, no, and I actually know this guy trucks somewhat. I don't have like a friendship with him, but he shared one of my videos before, like recently, like 4 or 5 weeks ago. So yeah, now he's driving a truck again. One individual that I'm talking to and setting up a podcast with is Wildbeard Trucking. So it's just a matter of working out the timing for Wildbeard, and I'm really interested to talk to him about his journey of going from a mega carrier, which he drove for Hirschbach, to being an owner-operator pulling Amazon trailers. And he's tinkered around with some other things too as an owner-operator. So yeah, Driver Hub, the podcast, is not just about Prime. It's the trucking industry in general from the perspective of Prime drivers.
At the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. Who knows? I mean, yeah, we're
drip.
And also we're interviewing Rob Lowe, but we've got interviews that are in the works with some other big names that are not at Prime, that I think are going to be really interesting. So So yeah, I might reach out to this guy Trucks. I don't, like I said, I don't know him. Know him. Have we exchanged conversation and email? Yes.
Does he seem cool? Yeah.
I think his trainer story is hilarious.
His trainer story is one of the greatest things I've ever heard. So if you've never heard I fired my student, I think is the video from this guy Trucks.
Yeah.
You need to go back and watch it. It's long. It's not long enough. I'll just say that. The video is long.
It's hilarious.
It is not even close to long enough to describe his situation as a trainer. And like just the part that killed me was, but I was hanging in there because I thought I could teach him. We could work this out. Just
where he threw the student off his truck is so good. And it's like one of those movies where it just keeps escalating. And you're like, oh my God, this can't get worse. And it not only does it get worse again, it gets worse like 10 more times. Really good. So I don't think, getting back to Prime in our current situation, I don't think we're getting a load out tonight. I really don't. It won't let me look at load choice because we're on the Pittston yard. So when I pull up load choice, where's my other phones? I want to show you guys what it said. It says, can't use load choice when you're on the yard. Good luck, Godspeed. Screw you. Not all that stuff, but it basically says, nope, you're on the yard. You have to wait to be dispatched. Well, we were available at 4 o'clock today once we got the truck out and did all our errands and stuff, and there's been nothing, and it's Saturday night. So
he's still looking for a space.
Yeah, he is. So I just don't think we're getting a load tonight. Looking at, do you have a CDL? Oh, someone asked earlier, do we ever sleep? I slept 12 hours last night. That's why I'm not asleep right now.
Gypsy says I have a load here for you in Springfield. No,
I ain't taking that load.
Any part of your cursed ass load. You can keep it.
Although I wish we could get a load in that direction. I wish we could get the Hershey load that leaves Scranton. Where did we take? Oh, we took that to Edwardsville, but that paid really well for a Hershey load.
Yeah, it was actually really good for a Hershey load. Yeah, that Edwardsville. So a lot of people complain about going there. We have no problems at all running Hershey
we
loads.
We have no problems at all taking loads to Edwardsville. We always have a good experience there, except for one time. It was not their fault. One time, the only empty trailer they had was stuck in the 16th. I mean, the tandems were stuck all the way back on that trailer.
Oh yeah.
And that's the only time we didn't have a good experience. But that Scranton Hershey load, there's not an actual Hershey facility. It's kind of like a cold storage in Scranton that it's Hershey product that goes to Hershey in Edwardsville, and it paid like $2 a mile. And then we got like $3 a mile out of Edwardsville last time.
Ooh. Michael Page, what's your number? I'll text you a quick, I'll text you a trick for the load board on the yard.
What's my...
Let me go ahead and look up the...
Yeah, I'll tell you my YouTube
phone number.
Business phone number. Now, if it requires me leaving the yard, I'm not going to do that.
It is 417. Repeat it.
417.
766.
766.
40.
40. 13. So you can put it in the comments. This is the phone number that's underneath every one of our videos in the description. But I will look at it immediately. It doesn't require us to leave the yard.
You know, and something that surprises me that hasn't happened
Does that
yet,
work at all terminals?
And I'm probably going to jinx it by saying this. I'm surprised nobody sent you anything inappropriate outside of that guy who messaged you to tell you how much he hated you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting really mad that you won't acknowledge that I don't like you.
Well, I've had several texts of people saying you suck.
Yeah,
But this one guy was hilarious. Texted me and said,
Highway of Truth says don't do it, it's a trick. No, Michael Page has
here
been
comes a
around
million
for
texts.
a while.
I put that phone number at the bottom of every video. It's in the description. It's
I'm telling him, he says, he's like, dang it, I missed it. I'm putting
and it does get a lot of text, but most of them are texts that people need help with. So I respond. But yeah, one time this guy, this was like 3 months ago, this guy texted me and said, I just want you to know that it really bothers me that I'm not getting under your skin. Or some, it was like,
it's really bothering me.
It's really bothering me
you
that
don't realize I don't like you.
Yeah, because I just don't like you and you're not getting it. It's not getting through to you. Because he kept leaving comments on our videos.
Yeah, but like, didn't he say something like he had a punchable face or
yeah,
something?
he said I had a punchable face.
Which I'm not going to disagree. Like, I want to punch him in the face quite often.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But she knows if she punches me in the face, I'll have a video where it's like I had to kick my co-driver off my truck.
So
and it'll go viral.
Highway of Truth is here. He says, we're on the yard at Pittston, headed out soon. Poor Remy was sticking her nose out the window and then laid down and just looked so sad.
Your warranties run out in 2 weeks.
Remy is in trouble because she keeps wanting to bark at everybody.
Yeah, she is in trouble today.
So she does look sad because Eric told her that she was VAD and it crushed her soul.
Speaking of when does your truck warranty run out? So day before yesterday I called Springfield powder coating. And the guy was kind of going back and forth through text message with the guy, and finally he answered the phone, and I can't remember his name, but I was like, hey, how you doing today? And he said, I'm doing great, thank you. What can I do for you? And I said, well, I've been trying to reach you about your vehicle's extended warranty.
Yeah, because you'd called him like 4 times.
Yeah, I called him 4 times within an hour because they were about to close, so I was really trying to get a hold of him.
Where is that phone? Because he says, let me know if you got the text.
It's up on the top, over by the wall, I think. So he's immediately, like, he just paused, and I was like, no, man, I'm just kidding. I'm a truck driver with Prime. And he just died laughing. Don't even.
Babe.
Where's the damn phone? Yeah, I know.
You know.
That's her job. Let's see. Yes, I got it. I have to read this now. I'm gonna. You know. Okay. Yeah, that's not.
Show me, guy. Yeah, go ahead and text us. You have the number.
Yeah,
or
that's.
I'll drop it again.
Show me, guy. You have my actual real number.
Oh, okay. Show me, or Highway of Truth says ruh-roh. You know when they say, hey, babe, it's not.
She says that all the time. So yeah, the trick is, it's not really a trick. But here's the problem. With Pittston, what I would be scared of is finding a trailer. You know, if I pick because the problem is Pittston won't let you have a trailer till you're under dispatch. Well,
and they won't let you just leave with one you stole.
Yeah. Now Laredo, I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
No, Michael Page. Okay, so he says I'm not good enough for the real number. I'm not going to say the real number on YouTube, but I will go ahead. We will text you the real number.
If you're doing a lease purchase with Prime, can you get regular tires? Not during the lease purchase. You can afterwards. When you mean regular, I guess you mean duals. I wouldn't want duals, but I saw an argument happening in Discord about super singles versus duals, and you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. a company that spends like 9 figures in fuel a year, to me, is probably a little bit smarter than I am on which tires are actually more fuel efficient. So I'm not going to sit here and try to say it's hogwash that super singles are more fuel efficient. Man, if Prime believes they're more fuel efficient, they're more fuel efficient. And they do make the truck lighter. And I see way more blowouts on regular sized tires than I do of super singles. But if that's your thing, you can pay to have duals put on after you own the truck. 8675309. Highway of Truth. Yeah, what are regular?
Eric, are you sure it wasn't a fleet manager?
Who texted me?
It could be.
That's funny.
It could be.
Got to keep y'all on your toes. The only thing I see different is if you blow a tire, there's no limping it to a truck stop. Yeah, but as long as you take good care of your tires, it's only really a freak incident that you're going to blow a tire out. And I had that happen. Bobtail. When I left the house.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very costly too.
That was one of our costly rookie mistakes.
I left the house during the winter, not this last winter, but the winter before. I left the house to go to Prime. And
that was when I was homesick. You
yeah.
went back out.
In the trucks, you can't see the back drive tire, you can't really see the drive tires in that mirror on the passenger side when you're bobtail, or really anytime. This side you can, the driver's side you can. Well, unbeknownst to me, that one tire back there, the rear drive tire, the lock didn't unfreeze. So I left the house and got on 60 and then 65 north to Prime, and because the road was icy, it wasn't like it was, it was just dragging his tire on ice until I got on 65, where they had treated the road a little bit better than 60, and it burnt a hole all the way across the whole tire. And my tire minder here went from green fine to like 7 pounds, like in no time. It was just like, I looked at it and it turned red and it said like 87, and then it went to 7. So like it just, all the air came out of it. And it was on a weekend, and so I was like literally one exit from Prime, but all of Prime's service trucks were out. So I had to pay after hours for another company to come change the tire. So yeah, in that case, I probably could have limped on a dual, but the only other 2 times that I've had to have a tire changed on the trailer is we caught it during the pre-trip.
Well, I see some argument here in Discord about No Hippie and what he makes. And all I'm going to say is anybody who would call No Hippie a liar is gross. They're arguing gross versus net. So, I don't know. Like,
I don't think he claims that as net. Not from Prime.
I live on the throne of lies.
I think I don't think he would claim that as net on. Now he might claim that as gross. But you need to go to him for clarification.
Yeah.
If he's netting $350,000, bruh, we need to talk. Gross, that's more like it. And grossing.
If he said net, like he was probably getting it flipped or something. I don't know. But
now he has a lot of other successful things going on in his life that don't involve trucking. So, if he meant net in his life, in his career, outside, like all together, maybe, I don't know.
Is he a lot loser? So, yeah, I don't know. It's Steven, you gotta ask him for clarification.
Like, it's literally not possible. It's literally not possible. You'd have to be doing at least $750,000 gross. At least.
Hey, Timothy Turbo. He says, sorry I'm late, I was playing poker.
Okay, you're right, that's gross. Yeah, gross. Yeah, that's totally, we're in that realm.
Hey, Jack. Jack says, yo.
Gross. I mean, look, we do, you know, on a week where we're grooving really, really well, we can do 10,000 gross in a week.
Yeah, Highway of Truth. He says, went from 57 a year in public safety to 200,000 gross with crime last year.
Training,
but I
yeah.
trained.
Yeah, it's, I'd say with our time off, we're probably at, you know, 30,000 a month in gross. So
But
that's,
we take off more time than most.
we could be closer to 40,000 a month if we didn't take so much time off. What's up, Truckers World? Yo, Jack, what's going on? Steven, it's on his comments with me in his lease video.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not cooking, just from trucking, not cooking. Yeah, I don't know. It's not mathematically possible to net $350,000 on one truck. It's not. It's literally not math. You'd have to do damn near $1 million gross.
Hey, Bearded Fat Man. Bearded Fat Man says, yo, yo.
What up?
Highway of Truth, when are you leaving-ish? Because I'd like to say hi to you before you take off. Once we're off this live.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed here shortly. So just in case I have to drive tonight.
Yeah, my shift is.
There are not currently empties, I don't believe. Well, at least there. When I was talking to somebody inside earlier.
Do you see Charlie up on the dash?
Yeah. There's lots of empties in the shop. She is chewing on a BONE. 52 watching, only 7 likes. Uh-oh. I literally spelled the word out. She's back there. There she goes. They're asking about you. Oh, 200 tomorrow morning. I'll come by when y'all are done.
Good deal.
At 0200?
No, when we're done with the video, he's gonna say.
Oh.
Yes, she.
Yeah, you don't come to our truck. We'll come to you. She's in a mood today, man. We're in Pittston. Very fat man, looking forward to getting active with regular videos again.
She wanted it, so I tossed it, so then she came back down. You are crazy.
There's a BLC Kenworth here next to us. That's not a parking spot.
If it fits, it sits.
They're gonna ask him to move. He's parking on the outside of the garbage container, which is where they park their little Bobcat thing.
So, y'all want to see more Remy, so I'll give her the co-pilot seat here.
He's in a BLC. It's for BLC. He's in a BLC Kenworth, so maybe they just do whatever they want. JJ the trucker said he made 203,000 gross. That makes sense. Just standard lease and training. Yeah, I think standard lease, no training. 200,000 is very reasonable, because you can do 4,000 to 5,000 a week running good gross. So 200,000 as solo is very reasonable. Very reasonable. All right, y'all gotta go. Look for my text a little later on your phone. Stay safe, will do.
All right.
Michael Page, so why is 350,000 training so unimaginable? It's not unimaginable gross.
Yeah, he was confusing net versus gross.
Oh yeah, it is completely unrealistic net, because your truck would have to do about $750,000 or more gross. You cannot do that with one truck at Prime. You can't do that.
The bonus parking, Highway of Truth, he says we call that laziness.
Nobody was confusing. He just thought I'd believe it for some reason.
I don't know. Go fight with him.
Yeah,
He's my friend. I'm not going to say anything bad about Lyle. That's my boy. I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I don't know what he said.
What is a realistic gross amount for a solo lease operator? Well, if you got into a good groove and you hardly ever went home, you could do 210 to 230 probably, maybe. Not maybe 200 to 220.
Are you happy now?
Michael Page, you own your truck lease. Well, if you own your truck, that's a different story. But yeah, you can't net $350,000 on one truck that you don't own.
Be safe, and thanks for dropping in, Lugnut.
With Prime in a year. Y'all be well and stay safe. Well, at least I don't know, which is possible. Just came in on live. What is realistic gross amount for solo? Okay, I answered that question. Highway Truth, yes, especially when they park on the end like that. Drives me nuts, especially when there's spots here. There are spots here. The problem is some of these drivers don't understand that you just need to back down the aisle to get into those spots. If you back down the aisle, you can get into any spot at Pittston.
Can we share the seat? Will you allow me to sort of sit there?
Remy's just over there enjoying with her bone in her mouth. She's like, I don't know what the problem is.
Like, just turn that one like that. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, Michael Page, I agree. Gross is not really relevant to me at all, other than telling the IRS that that's what I grossed. But gross is not really that relevant. On a weekly, obviously I pay attention to my gross. So I have my fixed cost, which generally, or not fixed, but my fixed and variable cost. What I like to think, and this changes week to week, but as a team truck where we both keep all the money, all the net, usually I'm shooting for about $3,000. And then after that, I start to profit. So, well, Steven, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you it's not possible. I don't know what. You go talk to Lyle about whatever you want to talk to Lyle about. It is not possible to net $350,000 in a year at Prime with one truck. It is not possible.
Highway of Truth, this is Mama's seat. Or this is my seat, Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is hers. Like, she's something else. And like, what makes it worse is that when I say anything about Remy, Eric says she's a princess and she can have anything she wants.
It's true.
That's what happens when you never had your own dog and then you get a puppy at 40, in your 40s. In your adult years, she can have anything she wants.
Fixed cost $72 a week. It's very nice. Yeah, if you own a truck, yeah, I bet.
That's Gucci.
If you own a truck leased to Prime, so if you own your truck outright and you're leased to Prime, that means, is Prime still taking care of all your registration and permits and everything, DOT number, all that good stuff? See, that's the way to do it. If that's the way you're doing it.
Wait, Raven. Let me look back.
Yeah, so that's why I want to stay with Prime. I had someone ask me the other day, why would you not leave Prime when you own your truck? Why the hell would I want to? I don't want to go out there and deal with insurance and permits and registration and DOT and all that crap.
Sorry, have fun, Stacy. Yeah, okay.
I just want to run a truck for $72 a week.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I mean, why would you want to? I don't want to go mess with all that crap. Prime's got great freight, although the current Pittston situation is not great. But there's a lot of trucks here. I know it's a big surprise to you guys. It's a big shock.
But there are some trucks here that seem to never move.
Especially all the trucks parked over there by the shop. Like, I guess, you know, it almost seems like, okay, they can't expand the Pittston yard, we get that. But they should have an off-site lot that the people who live in this region who park here can park their trucks. Because there's rows of trucks, all those trucks over there closest to the Pittston terminal have not moved since yesterday, since we've been here, and we've not seen anyone in them.
Do you see Charlie now? Look at him. He's like, his butt's all in there.
Let's see. Net 3,000
Yeah,
to
I got
4,000 a
it.
week.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's nice.
So Carrie.
Blake,
So
how are you
Stacy's
guys
at home.
doing? Good. All right, we're at 51 minutes.
Yeah. So one of my friends is parked right across from us, and she has this Shiba Inu puppy.
Got to
And
sleep in a dash.
yeah,
It's
like
the cutest thing ever. Just enjoying the sun right now.
it is. This puppy is hell on legs. I went out to play with it earlier today, and I took video and sent it to Eric, and he's like, "I want one of those." But it's just sprawled out across its little dog bed on the dash, just living its best puppy life. Yeah, Shibas are fun, Michael. They're
What is
awesome.
prime charge for insurance owner Rob Nyhouse? Well, you saw Michael say his fixed costs are $72. Running under Prime's authority, $72 a week. There's a truck frame over by the shop that I swear they're going to try to rebuild. It's been, yeah, that truck frame is in a video that I filmed last year.
No, absolutely not. Jacob, you can if you want to. Jacob said, would you all be opposed to me putting the Discord and Driver Hub link in my video I post tonight? No, that's fine.
Oh, there's a load right there.
Dun. Let's see. Oh, no.
Here's a load, guys. This is twice this week you guys get to see us possibly say no to a load.
Oh, it's Hershey.
Is it here in Scranton? Because we'll do that shit.
No, the Paul, or what is it?
I ain't going down there. Yeah, that's here.
Oh.
That's the load.
That's the one?
Yeah,
That one? It's not Scranton, that's Paul.
I know, but it's up there.
Okay, so that's the one.
Picks up by. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. We literally are just talking about this load, you guys.
So Justin's sitting there watching our videos and is like, I'm gonna send him this one.
Now, but this one's going to Kennesaw. Oh no, this is Kennesaw where there's no trailers.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, okay, so anybody who's
I don't know
familiar
about
with
this.
Hershey, this brings you into, there's a location you drop at in Georgia that the chances of you getting an empty trailer are worse than you have better odds of getting struck by lightning than getting an empty trailer where this load's going.
I'm so confused by this. How is the pickup dates the same as the drop-off dates? This 01, reject that crap. Well, I do want to go to Georgia. We always get good loads out of there. It's just a battle for a damn trailer.
So Mo says, grab a trailer from a green light dock. So Mo sounds like he has experience from this
Green light
location.
dock.
So Mo.
Do they? I'm looking at the docks right now. They don't have green. They don't have lights on them. do they?
No, Mo's talking about when you drop at Kennesaw.
Oh, at Kennesaw.
Just go and scam and.
And you mean just bail?
Yeah.
because you know that's what they do there. They in fact, we've had them tell us no and tell us it's because they have 6 loads they need empty trailers for. It's like, well, what the... Dude, we just brought you a trailer. Empty it.
Says, yes, he's like, yeah, just grab one and bail.
That's funny. I
Highway
might
trip,
do that.
Yes. We have gone on the great empty trailer hunt of Atlanta a couple times, and it is never...
Did it last week?
Never pleasant.
Do you at least like put your arm around or something and look in the trailer, or you just pull it?
Nitro says, the Nitro trucker, he says, reject that crap.
I do like to reload in Atlanta, usually.
Jacob, we're gonna need an update once y'all get there. There is a gap.
There will not be a trailer there, I promise you. Yeah, Highway Truth. Well, Jenna just talked to... Yeah, there's never, ever... In fact, the first time we were ever at that place...
Was we were sent to
we were
look
sent
for
there
an empty.
to get an empty, and we were told, oh yeah, there's empties there. We'd never been there before. We go there, and that's when they're like, oh hell no, you're not taking one of our empties.
They're like, there are literally never empties that we will give you here.
Then another time, we took an empty there and picked up a load. And there were like 7 prime bobtails sitting there waiting for empties, and this guy walks up to me and says, hey, is that an empty trailer? And they like ran out and said, no, you can't take this empty trailer. It's like, I just brought an empty trailer. I'm picking up a loaded trailer. This guy brought you a loaded trailer. He needs an empty trailer. And they still wouldn't let him have the empty. So we've never once been there. We've been there a few times where they're letting people take empties even if you bring them a loaded trailer. It's so annoying. But yeah, you might be onto something with that. Just gank one from a green light.
Hey, Scotty B. How's it going? Ever
Rock
been...
Mart.
Yeah.
No. But if it's actually hauling some sort of rock material, we don't do that. We've rejected that one down there on the Nevada-California border 3 or 4 times, where they put your trailer on this ramp.
Fill it with like gypsum or something?
Gypsum? Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Not doing it.
What the hell, Red?
What do we usually take out of Georgia? We take all kinds. We take good chicken loads out of Georgia. We've had good meat loads out of Georgia. Some of the Shaw loads are good. We've taken broken trailers out of Georgia. We've taken Rice Krispies out of Georgia. Chewing gum, paint, all kinds of shit out of Georgia. They'll load a reefer trailer has been beat to hell so bad that it should just be a flatbed and expect us to take it. Well, yeah, it's because they don't let anyone take the trailers to be cleaned. They're trash trailers because they're full of candy and shit, and then they just reload them. They don't clean them. They just turn around and reload them. No, it's cold storage. I don't know. We've been to a couple cold storages in Georgia. I'm not sure which ones. Rockmart, Tyson. Is that the place down just south of not Savannah, Macon, with a paved lot?
Bearded Fat Man says getting hazmat with Prime pay good? Question.
I've not heard that it's really that worth it. We know a couple people with hazmat, and they say the loads don't pay. You know, it's like for the extra work you have to do, like you can't go through a lot of tunnels, you can't go through the main artery of Knoxville. There's a lot of cities you can't go through the shortest way. All the extra work you have to do for hazmat, it should be like noticeably significantly more. It's not. It's like 10-15 cents more per mile. So this gives you more options. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I mean, there is that. West of Atlanta, no, I don't think we've been to Rockmart then. All right, guys, I got to get some rest here. Someone was asking if I slept. Well, I slept 12 hours last night.
You wasted
But
so
I've
much
been
energy
up
not
all
doing
day
anything
today.
all day.
Which is not good. I got to think about this load.
Hey, Matt W. No luck trucking in the house.
Matt, what's up? We're about to check out. All right, got to go. We're right at an hour. Thank you guys so much. As always, be safe, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. We'll talk to you soon.